And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
That's terrible.
My musical journey began when I heard Led Zeppelin II for the first time. I heard it in 6th grade, and it changed my life and put me on a path to study music, enjoy music, and, create it.
I started drumming when I was 10 years old, and I went from Backstreet Boys on tape to Metallica, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and got hooked on some of the rock scene stuff, a lot of 70s and 90s music.
I started liking music when I was in band, school band in like 5th grade, and then by 8th grade, I picked up the electric bass, and at that time I was listening to a lot of Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden.
Yes.
That's what really got me going. I really wanted to be in a band like that. So John and I first met at UConn. John was going for his undergrad, I was going for my master's. And then years later, when we were both music teachers at the middle school, we would get together once a year for what's called Southern Regionals. And while the students were all practicing, we'd have our downtime or meetings. And John and I had talked for years about starting a band.
Every year we'd pick up from where we left off the year before. Mike was in my first class when I started teaching in 2003. He was a 7th grader at the time. He was playing drums. And when I heard Mike play, I love all my kids and I always will, but Mike was just like heads and tails on an entirely different level. And we kept in contact over the years into adulthood. So we asked him to be in the band and, he was all about it. And
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. I appreciate that.
And how long after we started, we got together and rehearsed and we started writing songs.
Yeah.
And was it within a year that Mike got deployed again?
We were writing songs remotely like a couple of years before the pandemic.
Really remote.
From his barracks, and he would have song ideas, and that would pass between me and Jed.
I so respect what these guys do, and we all kind of hold our weight in a trio. You have to hold your weight.
The pandemic definitely stunted our progress, getting gigs and getting our name out there. Ultimately, I think we would like to be doing this full time. We'd like to be able to make a living as a band. We've been in enough bands through our lives that I think that we know that this one's different.
There's amazing performers on this bill. It's all varied. There's, so many different backgrounds, so many different styles. And I just feel honored that we can carry the torch as a rock band. We're going to throw down and we're going to support everybody. I can't wait to see everybody else.
It's a real blessing that Hartford's Got Talent has opened to so many artists.
Rock and roll.
Use that. Yes.